During your FBA business, what would you say is the most effective way to source and to find profitable products to sell on Amazon? Now, um, this can be either one thing, a multitude of different things, or how do these all combine together?
So I have two sourcing VAs.
Okay.
One is OA and the other one's wholesale, but he's kind of taking a break right now.
Mhm.
And but my favorite way is manual. I
Okay.
like manual sourcing. So I just go on a website and I do the right click, the SaaS seller amp. I
Uh-huh.
bring up that extension on every product and just manually source. And then I also like doing Amazon to Amazon, A to A
Okay.
flips.
Huh.
So those are actually becoming like my favorite ones now. So I
Mhm.
found a couple stores, storefront stocking. I also do that.
Okay.
And I found a couple stores that have really good A to A flips. So now I'm just kind of going back to their stores and checking
Could
what
you
they have.
could you just elaborate what A2A is and what storefront stocking is?
Storefront stocking is when you check a storefront for different, I guess, profitable items. If a store check what they're selling,
Mhm.
and if they're selling anything good, you kind of try to reverse source into Google and see where they're getting it from.
Nice.
And A to A flips is when Amazon has like a sale, they drop their prices below like around 40% off, and that's when you pick them up from Amazon,
Mhm.
and then you sell them back on Amazon when the price jumps up.
Gotcha. So the
Yeah,
only thing about A2, have you ever gotten some sort of violation or anything where you have to show your Amazon
I have
receipt?
not. I have
That's
not.
that is the one thing that's kind of made me stay away from A2A flips. I see a lot of, it's lucrative for sure. That's the one thing that scares me a little bit, not gonna lie.
But why? You just
I,
don't use Prime.
that's what I've heard. As long as you're not using Prime, they don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have a theory that you can use Amazon Day Delivery
Uh-huh.
instead of Prime shipping. So, but I
Okay.
don't know, it's not proven. I've got it ungated using Amazon Day Delivery. You know how they give you options
Right, right, right.
at the end? So
Uh,
instead of using Prime shipping, get it tomorrow, you use Amazon Day and it takes like 5 days or something like that.
oh, okay.
So I've been using that method. So far, no issues, but it's not proven that it works. So
And I'd imagine you're buying when you buy the Amazon product, you're buying it on another account, right? Not your actual seller.
yeah, business account.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you reverse source, you manual source. I'd imagine by now you probably know what sites have sales and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Because I would imagine you don't just go and search on Google, right? You kind of have these sites down that you've kind of narrowed down the years of selling, correct?
Yes. I also have a list of storefronts that I regularly check.
There you, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also what I like to do now is I'll go on Rakuten and look at the hot deals and see
Oh
what
yeah.
sites have sales. Um, that and something that doesn't get talked about as much is emails, right? There's a various sites that'll send you like VIP sale discount before it goes public, that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. So, but other than that, yeah, I also manual source, reverse source. I've been also using Keep a Product Finder lately. I'm not sure if you're versed with
Oh,
that.
I love that one. Yes,
Yeah,
it's
like
really good.
especially
Yeah.
when like what you were alluding to earlier, when I go reverse source on someone else's store and I find like this brand that I've never heard of, I'll go on Keep a Product Finder and just like look at all these products in that brand, and that's another way as
Yep.
well. So speaking of software, so me personally, I use Buybot Pro extension. I used to use SellerAmp, but I use Buybot Pro Calculator now to analyze listings and whatnot because it connects to my Profit Protector Pro, which is my repricer. So it's made my the time for my virtual assistant like just way easier. You can just minimum, maximum on the actual extension, and it gets sent over to the repricer. He
Okay.
used to have to like manually go over and do all this stuff. So um, that and also the Google Sheets. I know SellerAmp also has that as well.
Yeah.
That's made selling and analyzing much easier for me. Could you list the different kind of softwares that you use during your sourcing?
I definitely
And,
use
yeah,
SellerAmp.
sorry, not just sourcing, just your whole business model as it is.
Okay. So I use SellerAmp, of course, Keepa,
Mhm.
my repricer, Seller Snap, which I
Okay.
love.
Okay.
What else do I use? Jungle Scout
Oh,
for
really?
yeah, I use Jungle Scout. I like Jungle Scout. It's a bit expensive,
It
but
is.
it's worth it.
Okay.
Um, What else do I use? Obviously, all the coupon extensions, the cashback extensions.
Mhm.
Um, for sourcing, I guess that's it. Like Seller Amp and Keepa, that's really all you need.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, you really just need Keepa, like the Seller Amp and BuyBot Pro, and just extensions like
Mhm.
that are just good to have that hands-on calculator. And honestly, Google Sheets. I think I really need the calculator along with Google Sheets so I can send it to my VA, or
Yeah,
just like
definitely.
bookmark a listing somehow.
Hmm.
So what would you say as far as Keepa goes? What is one of the more important data points on Keepa that you look at?
I look at 3 months back, and
Mhm.
then I look at the offers sold within 30 days. I check that. And then I check buy box statistics. And then more importantly, I check the average sales 30 days, 90 days to see where it's actually at instead of the actual buy box price.
Mhm.
So I check that, and then I check how long a seller has been on a listing, and
Okay.
then I check like their little Keepa graph that's on there. Like every seller has a little Keepa graph for the stock, like it
Uh,
kind of moves.
on the last
So
30-day thing, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right there. So I check that their stock, if it's moving, it's going down, or if they replenish. So and then I check how long they've been on the listing. So
Okay.
that also tells me that that's a good ASIN. And then I like checking their stock because if a seller has a lot of stock,
Mhm.
it could be a good replan ASIN.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like
Yeah,
checking that too.
that last 30-day tab, I think I give sometimes I feel like I give too much weight. I give it a little too much attention, but normally I like to obviously
Same.
seller amp and whatever give you that last 30-day, which is kind of just a projection, right, from Keepa's bestseller or Amazon's bestseller ranking. But that last 30-day, I think it's very convenient because of variations and stuff, right? Because I think seller amp, does it give you per variation, or does it give you just like the parent listing on there in the last 30 days?
They
I think
have that little variation thing, but I don't really
they
use it.
yeah, I don't either. Whenever there's variations and everything, pretty much, I'll always check the last 30 days. And me
Yeah.
personally, I'll look at the last 30 days and then I'll divide it by the number of sellers. And theoretically, I can sell this much by sharing the buy box evenly, theoretically,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
will say, I was telling someone else about the last 30 days and how much attention I give it. Someone tried to tell me, I'm not sure if this is facts or not, but someone was telling me that if you see someone with, let's say, on the little Keeper graph you're saying, on the little graph, it's 40. Let's say the seller's 40, right? 40 in
Oh.
stock, and then it drops. Um, I used to I used to think, oh, he just sold that much. But a friend of mine was saying, well, he just changed his stock to like two or something like that, or like his max quantity he can sell to two. So that's why.
Yeah, so what he's doing, they put the max order quantity so that other sellers won't put your entire stock in their cart, and then you can't sell it.
Right. But I
But
do that.
it
I do
makes it
that.
look like they sold them.
Go ahead.
It makes it look like they sold them on Keepa. So it says sold
Oh, okay.
30 days, maybe 30 units,
Huh.
but in reality they're just hiding their stock.
Yeah. Right. Right. I never. Whenever I have like a lot of stock in something, I always put max order quantity of two because me personally, if I go on someone's listing and I see that they have like 50, I'm kind of like, dang, like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to compete with them on the buy box and stuff like that. So that's kind of why I do it, and also to prevent people from trying to scam and stuff like that.
True. Yep.